Alzheimer's disease affects over 5 million Americans. Currently, it's the sixth leading cause of death, but many experts believe that estimate is low and that it could be as much as the second leading cause of death. If Alzheimer's disease doesn't affect you or your family, it affects your neighbors, your friends, or people in your community that you may know.
I think one of the biggest challenges for the role of a pharmacist in Alzheimer's is this a different disease state than something like hypertension or diabetes, where you've got a lot of directions where you can go with the medications and a lot of ways that those medications can be optimized and a lot of ways that disease can be optimized through the medications.
Out of the top 10 disease killers in the United States, Alzheimer's disease is the only one that cannot be effectively prevented, treated, or cured.
I think one of the problems with Alzheimer's is that the medications that we have are really just managing symptoms, and they're really not managing the disease state, and there's not a lot of upward mobility or not a lot of optimization of the doses or the treatment for that. One thing that pharmacists can do for their patients and caregivers is to let them know what those medications are coming down the pipeline, because it's rather discouraging when you think about my loved one has this disease state that we really don't have any good treatments for. So it just feels like this very morbid diagnosis, almost like a death sentence. And so what are some ways that we can provide hope for our patients through these the research that's being done and new medications and new drug targets that are being developed?
One of the biggest ways to combat Alzheimer's disease is community education. Many people don't know that this disease is not a normal part of aging, and so once our community members know that and know the signs of the disease, they'll be able to look out for people who might have it and help them, whether they're lost, confused, or anxious in public areas.
While on the surface there doesn't seem to be a lot that really pharmacists can do to provide care or support for patients with Alzheimer's, to really provide a lot of professional resources or professional management of those disease states, I think that there's a lot of education we can provide, a lot of support that we can provide, and just linking patients to resources I think can be really beneficial.